Welcome back, everybody. This is the Emerald Doctor, and welcome to episode 2 of my Let's Play series. I'll be releasing this episode right along with episode 1 because of the lack of audio quality in the first one, which unfortunately I couldn't do anything about unless I re-recorded the whole thing, and I didn't want to because we got a great spawn as it is, and it's kind of a good omen. So, what has happened now is that I have gotten my piece of hardware I needed for my mic, and I've adjusted the volumes after many tests, and it should be back to normal. So, what has changed in the LP world? Well, obviously I've been harvesting cows. I did a little bit more mining, added a little bit of sugarcane over there, and most importantly, we killed a zombie, and we got a potato, and I planted the potato. And after I planted the potato, I grew more potatoes, and I cooked them. So right now we have a good supply of potatoes, which is very good because that'll be a good, reliable food source for later on. So here are our settings, by the way. Let me know if you guys find any of these settings to be too harsh or anything. I think these are all pretty good. Video settings, couldn't do high anisotropic filtering and high mip mapping because it makes the chunks not load. And fancy minimums, these two are the most important, really. I could probably go maximum on this. 9 chunks, I think that's pretty decent. So yeah, pretty good stuff. Particles decreased. I can turn them on all the way, but I don't really need that many myself. So yeah. So also, probably the second most important thing, or maybe even more important than finding a potato, is that over here, you might have seen that pillar right there. Right there. Yeah, I found a skeleton spawner by mistake, so I am extremely happy about that, and it's so close too, because that is like unlimited food basically, because I can take all the bones and make a quick farm or something and just get so many potatoes all the time. And yeah, that's pretty much it for that. So let's take a look at what we have resource wise. We're doing pretty good. 5-ish stacks of iron, 11 diamonds. Had to make 1 pick so I could make an enchanting table. And I'm working on making enough bookshelves, which we'll talk about in a second. Plenty of redstone, coal, lapis, blah blah blah. Oh, got cat, which is one of my favorite records. Not my favorite, but one of the best. 13, which is junk, but I get lots of 13s for whatever reason whenever I play Minecraft. So, and another cat. And a saddle. I think that's all the important stuff. Oh, I found an emerald. That's kind of cool. Rocks. This is just junk. Grab pumpkins. We might work on pumpkins eventually for lighting. But anyway, what we're going to do today is I'm going to run over there. Well, I'm going to run over there right now. Over to our skeleton area here. And I'm going to set up a mob trap type deal. And that's going to be extremely grindy and boring. So I'll just fill you guys in when I'm done with that. So, and then we'll talk about some other things. So here's where it is. Right here. Just down about 30-ish blocks. So I'll probably dig a staircase or something, or make a water drop to get down there. And then ladders on the way back up. So I'm going to work on that. And I'll be back. But before we do that, this gives you one more reference where we are. This is right by the flower forest. It's like right in the beginning here. And that was the hole I dug down. I started caving and went like in a big loop and then ended up here, which is pretty neat. As you can see, not really any more chunk errors like in last episode, which I am extremely happy about because that was super annoying. Stupid annoying, yeah. So yeah, and this whole area, again, like I said before, is like my favorite seed I've ever played Minecraft in. I've played Minecraft for years, so very happy about this. And speaking of all these trees, also today we're going to be working on building a tree farm, or at least a temporary one, because I need wood, and I don't want to cut down all the trees in here and keep replanting because that's ridiculous. So I'm going to show you guys where that's going to be. That mountain that I talked about in the first episode, that's where we're going to build our main base. We're going to, again, hollow it out and work on, there's a cave system in it already. I haven't checked it out, but I saw it there. And what we're going to do is that inside there, we're going to build all our farms and things. But before that, this area is pretty flat, like this whole chunk right here. So I'm probably going to take out this layer, and I'm going to build a tree farm up here. I'll show you guys my method for that. I'm just gonna make a regular one, not a fancy redstone one, because well, I don't have that much redstone to begin with, and also it's just kind of useless at this point in the game. But it's gonna be extremely useful. I'm gonna do it from like a top-down type thing, so I can jump on top of the trees, cut it down, and then jump on the next top of the tree, which I think will be pretty efficient. So I'll get back to you guys after I have constructed the mob. Oh, okay, I'm good now on food. After I constructed the mob system thing over there, and then we'll move on to the tree farm. Alright guys, after half a second for you and a couple hours for me, this thing's done. Here's the entrance right by that pillar. So we're going to jump down here. I'm really glad we made this thing because I ran through 7 or 8 iron pickaxes digging this whole thing out, and that took forever, and that was way too slow. And the ceiling's too high because I started digging too early, so yeah, we need enchanted tools really bad. So basically what I did the classic 8x8 design around the spawner, and they flow down in the water. They spawn in the wall. I've never seen that happen before. It's cool. Anyway, they flow down here, caught in the stream, they can't jump out. Neither can I if I get stuck in there. And they go up a solid source block elevator, go over 17 blocks away from the spawner. So this is only like 10 blocks away from the elevator. And they drop in that corner. I put a fence here because in the past, it's probably fixed now, I've had it so I log out and have guys in here, they spawn out and log back in. That's probably fixed now. The light level is 0 for all the spawning spaces, even though it looks like there's light here and over there it's not reaching far enough, it's still 0. And they will continue to spawn since the spot where they drop is 17 blocks away. And that's how we're getting our XP now. So, as you may have noticed, I went from 39 levels down to 30. That's because while testing this, I'm like, oh, let's see if this jump is far enough. And of course, it was too far and I died. So that's how that worked out. I smoothed it out of the walls with smooth stone, so we got tons of cobble, but digging this out. Might convert it to andesite wall and put chests over here eventually. I'll eventually make this whole place look a little bit better, because it's kind of lame right now. Not like I'm going to be doing much recording here because it's grinding, but either way, this is going to be extremely useful, and when we go to Nether, we're going to install potions, healing potions to kill these guys, and we're going to also put an iron pressure plate to let us know when there's like been enough mobs spawned. That'll send a signal to turn this thing off using redstone lamps, which will be great. And this is right next to a cave I explored off camera, and there's a lot more left of it, so we'll be working on that probably in between this episode and next episode, because there's a lot of cool resources and stuff in there. And as you saw, so there's a access hatch to the elevator. So you can watch these guys swim up. Might have to move the door in a block, because I think they might have gotten stuck here. We'll have to figure that out later, though, because we're moving on. While I was down here, I made a bunch of this chest. I made a bunch of stone slabs. We're going to be using these to work on our tree farm, which is going to be good, and we're going to discuss some stuff about the cows. So yeah, that's about it for the mob trap here. I looked around to see if there were any. Yeah, I think this is the door is causing a problem here. Or maybe not. Anyway, so I looked around here to see if there's any double spawners. There was not, unfortunately. So we're just going to go stick with the one. I'm going to end up building a blaze spawner somewhere maybe. And yeah, so that's it for this thing. For real this time. And we'll move on. I just want to fix that door over there, guys, because that was causing some problems. But I forgot to mention that I set up a little hopper system right here. I'll dig it up. Basically, that I have them falling on a block here. So I was gonna make, you could just make them fall on a hopper, but I want to set up that detection thing if there's too many mobs with the pressure plate, and that would lock the hopper, so it'd be ineffective. So I'd use the hopper minecart underneath the block trick, and anytime anybody dies, if it falls too far for some reason, because that happens every once in a while, their drops go into this hopper minecart, go in a hopper below it, into this hopper, and into this double chest. As you can see, we got plenty of stuff in here already. And some of the stuff is from when I killed them and just stored it. So we got a full set of gold armor almost, and chain mail, so yeah, I'm gonna take some of these bones back, because we're gonna be using those. And yeah, that's about it for this thing, for real. And the door, like I said before, is fixed, so they don't get stuck. Alright. Alright guys, I'm back, and I'm about to start working on this, tearing this all down, making this flat right here. It's a whole chunk of area. Shouldn't take very long. It's only 2 blocks tall. And I just harvested a bunch of cows. And in the next video, I'm going to do a myth-busting episode about critical hitting giving more leather or more drops from cows. I found that it does, but it might just be my imagination hoping that it does, because I remember killing cows normally. It took forever to get leather, but critical hitting them took a lot less time. So what I'm going to do is I'm just probably going to skip past this because it's going to take a long time again, and then we're going to start working on the tree farm itself. 10 minutes and 3 iron picks later, this is done, and I've smelted up a bunch of stone, and I got a bunch of cobble from all that. So what to do now? Well, we're going to build the tree farm here, which is going to be important because we still need a few more bookshelves to get the full enchanting stuff. And all my chests are floating. But that's okay because next episode it's going to be moving day, and we're going to be finally moving off to our mountain home. By then I'll have ground enough XP to get enchanted pickaxes, and I will go mining and stuff, so in those chunk areas won't be there. And also, right before we move into into the mountain here, we're going exploring, because there's actually a cave right in the side there, which is really neat. If that goes through the whole thing, that'll definitely be our home. Alright, so the plan for the tree farm. It's not going to be like a usual tree farm. I'll make it so it's a top-down kind of thing, where you're going to stand on top of the trees and cut down. And I'll show you my little design for that. But first I'm going to drop some items off and grab some stuff. Alright, this is the design we're going to be doing here. It's going to be half slabs around the tree, 2 block space, and a tower. You can climb up like this, jump up here, knock the tree down, go over the next tower, climb up, jump onto the next climb, chop it down, literally, downwards, and we're just going to continue this pattern throughout the rest of this thing. I think this will be a pretty good idea, and we can make some taller ones later on. Oh, turn off the music. Like I say, we can make some taller ones later on when we get some jungle trees, which will be really good because jungle trees give a lot of wood. And I'm going to light this place up, obviously. So, did I not turn the music off? Oh, it's already started, so it'll keep playing. Alright, so yeah, I'm going to work on that and get back to you. Alright guys, so I have most of it done. I'll obviously expand it out once we get our stuff moved. But I'm at 21 trees-ish, and I'm running low on andesite and also wood, so here it is. It's going to be extremely useful. It's nice and flat area. Go up and put a torch on top of each one of these. It's all well lit, so no mobs should be able to spawn. So basically what you do, you just go up here and you pick a tree, like, okay, I'm going to grab some shears, obviously, later. Chop down. Walk over, go up to the top here. Jump over the next tree. Chop down. I like chopping down better. It makes things a lot easier for me. Especially when we get jungle trees, it'll be a lot easier. Just keep going. And, oh, I broke my axe now, which I need to make a new one. But you guys get the basic idea. And if you need to get down, you just walk over one of the ladder posts and just down you go. So I'm going to harvest some trees here. And before we end the episode, we're going to go talk about some stuff about cows. Now, I've been here for a while, so they've all should have grown, and they have. But, like, I've done a... Oh, man, that's way too loud. I did a big harvest not that long ago. 10-15 minutes ago about getting these... Really? This game's against me when I'm trying to record it. Alright. Alright, so I was trying to, you know, collect enough leather. It takes forever to get enough bookshelves. I think it's like 15 you need. So, next video I'm going to put out is going to be a Mythbuster episode, seeing if you can critical hit cows to get more drops from them, like more leather, like higher % chance. I think there is, but I'm not sure, so I have to find out. But yeah, it's not going to be very long until we have some good efficiency tools and we'll be able to use them on our farms and stuff. So, alright, so that's about it for me today. So thank you everyone for watching, and I'll be cutting down some trees, and I hope you enjoyed. And see you in the next one, hopefully. Bye bye, should be coming out soon.